What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about a critical thing because EA is about to give us another 95 overall Powerup Pass. Yes, this is going to be the second one. Not only from what you get from leveling up your MUT level, but by doing daily engagement. Now, I continuously tell you guys, make sure that no matter what's going on, bro, that you log in and you play the 2 games, well, probably 3. But you open the pack first, and then you play 3 games and it always registers. It has been a bug that's been going on with the game for a very, very long time. I don't know if it's been patched because most recently when I did it, when I played 2 games, it didn't register, and then I had to go back and play a 3rd game. So I still think that even though it shows you when you come over here with the missions tab and you go to MUT dedication, over here with the daily mission, it tells you win 2 games and then purchase a pack, right? But it doesn't register inside of the daily engagement. So you can see right now that we're 1 game away from getting another 95 overall Powerup Pass. And many of you guys are asking, you know, what player are we gonna use that Powerup Pass on? Now, keep in mind with a lot of the other things that have gone on with MUT, I have detailed my entire journey with you guys to see what's going on. Sometimes I tell you guys that I have it on a card that I don't even have it on, and then you guys remind me. That's how much I appreciate you guys, because sometimes I just forget. And I forget to write it down on my phone. I don't write it down on paper like you guys do. I don't know where my stuff is. But because of you guys being so loyal and dedicated, you help me out immediately. And then it's like, all right, let me go read the comments. All right, this guy is right. And I can appreciate that because you guys really support me the way that you guys say you do. You know, for the real dudes, you know, my real homies out there, that's definitely all GmiasWorld, right? So look, pretty much what happened is this, right? Sean Taylor was a 95 overall limited time card. And my wife was able to pull him through one of the pack openings that she did. All right, you guys call the pack goddess. I don't think she is, but that's a whole other story. We already used the Powerup Pass on this guy from the other one that we got. Okay, so for his situation right here, he was one of the main guys that I told you guys I would use it on. So he's where 1 is. Now we have to look around and see what else is going on. Obviously, he's like, yo, bro, the dude's a stud. He does everything he's supposed to do. I will highly recommend Sean Taylor on anyone's team. He is one of the only cards that I would highly recommend. The dude is a monster. Like straight up, just straight monster status. He's going to handle his business. There's nothing else to say about it. Now, everything else that's going on with the team, I don't really have a card that I really need to use a 95 overall Powerup Pass on that's going to get me value right now. John Randall is a nat because he's part of the Patrick Willis set, and then also the center is also part of the the Patrick Willis set that we complete. We get back as nat and we put them back into the set and then get rid of the players that we paid for. So I'm realistically right now about to get a 95 overall Powerup Pass that I really don't have anybody to put it on. All right, now let's just I'm gonna tell you guys something else though. Watch what else you can do. Pretty much we had Kyle Juszczyk, right? I don't remember what he was. Was he a 95? I don't know if he was a 95 or a 94. We're gonna go check that really quick inside of the store, and then we'll be able to figure that out. But ideally, we can just wait because Team of the Year is coming. So unless they release every card as a 95, as a 96, we should have somebody else that we can get for free. All right, so for me right now, it doesn't make any sense to do anything outside of the ordinary. Also, for those of you guys asking about the NFL 100 player that I picked for free, that was Randy Moss. He was a 95, but I already picked him for free, so it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm not gonna go get a nat for that kind of value. You know what I'm saying? So what was this guy? He was a oh wow, his limited is not even there. I recently sold mine for almost 700K. That's why I was able to get up over the million coin thing. I think I still have the card there. The issue is it doesn't really tell you what the overall is. I'm thinking he's a 94, 95, but ideally I would not use my Powerup Pass on a fullback because he doesn't really do anything he's supposed to do anyway, so it would be useless for me to do that. But I'm going to check right now to see what it shows because it should be 1 level under what the card is actually supposed to be, so we could probably figure it out. I think I still have him all the way powered up because once they do the Redux card, we could just go back ahead and go get him back once he gets the Redux. So I don't think, yeah, there he is right there. All right, so let me go back to the upgrade because all we would be missing is that card. So what does he go to? The signature player taken to a 90. Oh, so it's a 93 then because it goes to a 94. So he would have to be a 93. All right, so that's ideal. That's fine. Everything is good with that because it's a 93 overall Powerup Pass. It doesn't interfere with anything we're doing. We're good to go. Now, this is the situation, right? We're going to go ahead and bang out 2 solos real quick. get that card, get the Power-Up Pass, and then more or less, I'm going to continue to explain to you guys what the whole plan is going forward. Now, there are many 95 overall NFL playoffs players that you could use it on. The problem is a lot of them are very, very cheap. Okay, they have gone down to like $250. It's been disgusting, the prices that these guys have gone down to. So I ideally would not, I would not recommend that you do that. It is your choice, however. If you feel that it is something that you want to do, you just don't care, you're going to use a 95 Power-Up Pass on a player that is going for $250, that's fine. But remember, there are chances that you might get more limiteds that are 95s. There are chances that you may get new signature players that are coming out that are 95s. So ideally, it makes the most sense to just wait. Just hold on to it. If you are capable of getting the 95 overall Power Pass and you already have Sean Taylor, you don't need to do anything else with it, because all the other cards are relatively cheap and you should be able to grind for it and get it. So there should be no issues with that. All right, so there is no reason to be panicking and going crazy. Oh, I got to use this Power Pass right now. No, you do not. Just hold on to it and just relax. All right, because like I said, Randy Moss is a 95. T.O. is a 96. Patrick Willis is a 96. Everything else is higher overall. So also remember this, though, guys. As we continue to go, there's going to be more. It's going to be a lot more stuff going on. There's going to be, Team of the Year, like I just said before. Many new cards are going to be coming. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to replay the challenge, and I'm going to do it 3 times just to make sure that we get it, so that when we come out, we'll get our we'll get the Power-Up Pass, because this will be the 175th day. You just don't want to waste time, because doing 2, you'll get the pack, but then you won't get the registered extra day that you need. So you just come in here, do this 3 times, just know that it's over with, and then you're good to go. And that's pretty much how you should actually operate with it going forward, to make sure that it registers. Many of you guys that have found my channel and then realized that that was a bug in the game has since been able to get all your daily objectives done on a regular basis. So that's very, very cool. That's what we're here for, as a resource and for comedy, gameplay, and enjoyment of life. Pretty much is what I want you guys to get from the channel. So now that we've done all that, you're going to go ahead. They're going to give us what we're supposed to get. All right, we won our 2 games. We get our daily level pack, and then we're going to get our Power-Up Pass. Okay, again, unless you don't have Sean Taylor, there is really nothing else you need to do right now. There is absolutely nothing else you need to do. If you have Sean Taylor, park this 95 overall Power-Up Pass inside of your item binder and never look back. Just chill out, relax, everything is good. You have nothing to worry about. All right, now, if you guys want to go further in depth, like you're like, you know what? I really want to get something else, Gmia. Like, I really want to see what I can do with this 95 overall Power Pass. You can go now and experiment with any 95 overall card, if that's what you wanted to do. And I always recommend that you guys do that. It's sort of like this. I remember like a couple months ago, I did say not months. A couple Madden games ago, they had it where you could try out cards. You guys remember that? Like, that you'd be able to try it out, and then you had like a certain amount of time with it, a certain amount of uses of games, and then you would be able to see if a card was good. That would be an ideal situation for EA to bring that back, because it'll give us some insight into what's actually happening with the cards as far as they go. Because a lot of the cards that we play with, I know you guys realize it, that game to game, it's all different. Everybody just starts doing whatever they want, and it becomes very, very stupid, and then it's nothing else you can really do about it. Okay, and I also want to point this out. You see how cheap these cards are? A 96 overall should be going for $444, but because of the way the market is right now, that's a reality. I just wanted to point that out, because the next series, you're going to get a 96 overall Power Pass, so keep that in mind. Now, when you look through this, right, as you go through it, a lot of these cards, you would have to like single it out through playoffs and stuff like that to kind of figure out which cards are worth what and how you could use your Power-Up Pass. But if you have, like, say you wanted to try out John Elway, all right, this is the perfect opportunity. Say I wanted to try out Tom Brady, because we've been talking about changing up our quarterback. We could actually use that pass temporarily on Tom Brady, figure out what we want to do, and go from there. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other things that we can do. If we wanted to try out Peyton Manning, if we wanted to spend the money on the other lower level cards, you could do that as well. But I really did want to try out Tom Brady for at least one game and see if his lead passing made a difference. Try to throw some dots to the inside, stuff like that. I did win a tremendous amount of games with Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman was really, really good as a field general. So these are just some of the things that I want you guys to think about. Bruce Smith, this guy's going to get raid sold. I just don't, at this point, know when I'm going to do it. But he's definitely going to be off the team because he doesn't add anything to the squad. Like, he pretty much, dudes just dominate him on a regular basis. So I'm pretty much over that guy. I'm not going to be dealing with that. You wanted to, no, Cordell Stewart doesn't have a power-up. Remember, any card with a power-up, that's what you can utilize it on. You can't just go and just get any random card from whatever to 95. Like, it has to be a 95. So just keep that in mind as well. With everything else that you can do with it, like I've been trying to explain to you guys, it's all up to you and what you're trying to actually accomplish. Like, what is your objective? Do we want to go and get a Khalil Mack? You see, for me, this is the situation, right? If I were to get Khalil Mack will kind of alter what I'm trying to do. Even though his card is pretty decent, he would alter what I'm ultimately trying to do because I'm trying to keep everybody out there that are speed rushers. So he would actually come in as a whole different type of card. And in my opinion, I don't think he would be worth it based on the way that my cards are playing right now. And I already have way too many cards. You know what I'm saying? But this is always another card that you could probably say, you know what? All right, I'll use it on this guy, see how good he is, and then I'll go from there. Remember, Kevin Green's going to get a power-up soon anyway, so it won't be that big of a deal. But again, with the way that this works, even with him being a 95, Kevin Green already has the strength that he has. And also, he gets the boost with the brawl. Well, he has sprinter, but, you know, brawler and all that stuff with the strength factor doesn't really matter at this point. But the only thing that makes him kind of ideal is that he has block shedding in addition to the finesse moves. That is all. It is very, very simple. There is nothing else that goes into it. So if I wanted to alter my entire defense for a game to kind of see, all right, let's see if Khalil Mack is good, it would probably cost me more because his cards would probably be a higher value than what Tom Brady's would be. So as you evaluate, you know, because sometimes you just don't want to leave it in your binder. As you evaluate stuff, you can figure out what really makes sense for you. But remember, everything costs training. And you don't want to get into the business of just wasting training. Tom Brady would be useful for me because if it works out, which it probably would, he would be an ideal card to keep. All right, so you see, like, I would have to spend all this unless I had power passes. He would cost me a lot. Tom Brady, I think, is a lot cheaper. So unless you really, really are struggling on defense, it would make no sense for you to go and invest in a Khalil Mack right now. All right. If you have like a Bears theme team, a Raiders theme team, you know, you go for it, whatever. But you look at these prices. Tom Brady's either really garbage or people just don't know how to use him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of two things going on. But also, yeah, I remember now, with the way that that works, we would have to actually get, we would have to put together one of his harvest cards, right? To get that 92, because you can't buy it if we wanted to try it out. I just remember that. The harvest card would be an issue for us. We would have to go ahead and get that done. And you don't have to buy this. You can always make the harvest cards inside of the promo set. So you don't have to even spend it 11K or whatever, the 84. You could just go and use like golds or silvers and just make it and then go through it. But that would be an issue also, doing that. If you wanted to go Tom Brady, I don't think I have. Do I have one of his power-ups already? It's only $650, so we could probably just buy it and see if we don't have it. But let's go ahead and check a look. Okay, we do have it already. All right, yeah, because we played the solo. So let's go really quickly and take a look at this and see what he's working with. And then that's pretty much all I have, because I'm not going to go ahead and just start adding players just to add them, because it doesn't work with my chemistries or everything that I'm doing. I'm not going to affect my overall team status to just because, you know, to add another player. Ideally, what you should always do is take out a card that is the similar value and sell that card back. That's ideally what you should do. If you're not doing that, then you're doing something wrong. That's pretty much what it is. If I had a 95 overall, if I just had the limited Sean Taylor, the regular card, I would immediately go sell that limited and put the 95 in place. It should always be about making currency. That's what it should always be about. Anything else doesn't make sense. All right. So with here, you have to make the Tom Brady harvest player in order to complete his set. So that would probably be like a headache to do that. So I would have to think about doing that if I wanted, but I really want to try out the Tom Brady card. And just to give you guys some insight into that, for those of you guys that missed that promo, I'm going to go ahead and show you the sets that would go into it. It should be relatively cheap to actually get it done now, but pretty much what would happen is, those are the Harvest Masters. You would go here to Turkey Stuffers. All right, so if you wanted to make one of this, you would just add a gold harvest player for a free fantasy pack containing all of the Turkey Stuffers. And then from there, you would have to actually put together you know, through his card, all of these things. So you would have to actually make a decent amount of all these things to get it done. So it could be a little bit more involved depending on where you are right now in the game. But I think it should be relatively cheap right now, because these cards, these 82 to 85s Elite Harvest players, you should probably be able to make them relatively easy, especially with the way that everything is going. But that might be a deterrent. I might not end up even trying Tom Brady out, because I completely forgot that I'd have to go through all that and I'd have to spend coins, and then if he's garbage, I wouldn't really be able to get it back because he's a nat card. All right, unless I had another power-up pass that I wanted to just, you know, use in place of that. But that's pretty much what we have right now. If there's any other card that you're thinking of other than Khalil Mack, Sean Taylor, or Tom Brady, or any of the NFL 100 quarterbacks that you would like to use your 95 overall pass on, leave it in the comments to give the other viewers, you know, an idea of what else is out there. But I honestly do not believe you should use it on Bo Jackson. That dude's garbage. He's just there because he's a 99 speed. As soon as I get another player that's better than him, he's gone. Like, I'm not even going to think about it. He's immediately going to be just 86th. All right, guys. So be careful with it. Make sure you're getting your daily objectives in. If you have any other questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave it in the comment section. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.